I have 3 instruments here, violin 1, violin 2, and viola. Here's the video of violin 1 for reference. Let's say I want to patch this area, and here's the take I want to insert. Let's mute the other 2 voices. Look at these 2 extra tracks here. When I patch, I open a few extra tracks to be able to move things around, or like here, line up the other options. So let's mute them, since I'll be working on inserting into the first track seamlessly. Zoom in to take a closer look. You can see they're not perfectly aligned. So I put my playhead where there is a clear change. Now, the easiest insert is when you have complete silences before and after. So let's line up first. Now I put my playhead at another place to see if it also lines up. Bottom one is a little bit ahead. I'll put it somewhere in the middle now and fine-tune later. Now I split both on both sides where it's silent at the same place. Move the original out. Now you can see why I have a second empty track. Now with the insert, let's listen to where the sings are. Sometimes if there is any background noise change, you can hear a sudden switch of sound. You can extend one of the sides to have both clips overlap a little bit. Most of the time, it would fix the abrupt change of sound. Now I listen again, and it's seamless now. Now let's patch another area, and this time I'm going to insert a clip that is not silent on one of the ends, up to this note. So I split both clips where this note seems to be, and replace the clip like before. Move over. Now let's listen to that scene with no silence. So, of course, more likely it's not smooth, unless you're very lucky. So let's zoom in even more for a closer look. We can try overlapping a bit like before. If not fixed, try slightly different place, or overlap more or less. But often it's not fixed because it's overlapped at the wrong place. You want to figure out where it actually changes note. And here is probably where the line is the thinnest. So right from where it changes, overlap a bit with the next clip's next note. And now that's fixed. From listening to playback, your ears can train your eyes to know what note changes look like. Now let's take a listen with the other voices and see if the inserts line up with the others. Now let's assume it is ahead, and it needs to be where the original is in the third track here. You can see it's a bit ahead of the original. So let's cut it from the silence and move it to line up with the original. Use the playhead to line up like before. V to move it over. And also use playhead to check on the other notes. If it all looks good, we can extend a little silence to fill in. Okay, the silent connection is fine. Let's see this one. Needs work. Zoom in to make sure we overlap just a little bit after it changes note, just like before. Let's listen. And it's fixed now. Check the other places too. Okay, let's say this one also needs to line up like the original. So let's cut where the note changes. Zoom in, put playhead where you want to move to, place right at it. Now extend the left one, because the right one, if you extend left, you would get the previous note. Remember, we want to overlap after the note changes. And we're very zoomed in, so very likely the small overlap at the beginning after it changes note would not be audible. Now it's fine. Try overlapping a bit more. Just to let you know, it can be quite lenient if you're overlapping at the right place. Now let's listen to everything together. Pretty seamless. Now I zoom out, see all the spots I fixed, between notes and during silence.